What is up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a great day today. I am. It's a beautiful sunny day here in the boot and with a nice 80-degree temperature. As soon as I finish this review, I'm heading outside to enjoy this beautiful spring day. Man, guys, we are at the tail end of our Rambo series. We have gone from First Blood. Now we're finally at Last Blood. Rambo Last Blood is from 2019. It's directed by Adrian Grunberg. And now Mr. Grunberg, I believe he directed the film Sisu, which is also another crazy action film. Just balls to the wall action craziness. You know, when you use a man's slit throat as a snorkel, that's wild. So, let's talk about Last Blood. Last Blood, to me, guys, it wasn't nearly as good as Rambo, the one that came before it in 2009. I mean, you know, from 1988, 89 to 2009, it was about 20 years between Rambo films. And it's about a decade between Rambo and Rambo Last Blood. So, at the end of Rambo, the last Rambo, we see Rambo. He goes home to Arizona to his family's ranch, and you kind of see, you know, he's going to settle down. You know, that's what we think. And so when Rambo Last Blood opens, we see that, you know, John has settled down. He's a horse farmer. He has an adopted daughter that's like an old friend's daughter who he abandoned that John took in. He has a lady that helps him. You know, she's like his maid. She's a Spanish lady. And so he lives right on the Mexican border. And he is basically running this horse farm. And this girl, she's a teenager. You know, she's trying to figure out herself, trying to discover who she is, what she wants to be. And she wants to know who her father is. Well, her father lives in Mexico, and he's a piece of trash. And, you know, against Rambo's wishes, she goes and meets up with another a friend of hers that's a girl who moved back to Mexico. And they go and see her father. Her father basically is like, I don't want you. I didn't want your mother. You know, F you, get out of here. Nobody cares. I don't want to have nothing to do with you. So the girl's obviously distraught. She goes out partying with her friend and, you know, little drugs, little alcohol, and next thing you know, she's in a cartel trafficking ring, right? So Rambo finds out, you know, all these things. He realizes she's not home. He's going to find her. Well, he leaves, goes to Mexico, goes to the girl's house, and this Rambo is a more subdued Rambo than the last one. The last one was like, I'm going to chop you up, cut you up, blow you up. He didn't care. He was just a killing machine. This one, he's more, I don't want to say introspective, but he's more subtle. He's more menacing emotion. I don't want to say emotionally. I'm trying to think of the right word, but he's more menacing. He has this like seething anger, this just, you know, if you just look at him wrong, he's like a wild animal. That's it. He looks like a wild animal. He's got that look in his eyes, that 1,000-yard stare that people talk about that you know, combat veterans have and stuff. So he's in Mexico. He's trying to figure out what's happened to his adopted daughter. He finds her friend that's a girl. He basically is like, hey, yo, I know something happened. I know you're probably in on it, so what's going down? He finds some people. He starts making them talk. Finds his daughter. Things don't end well for her. And then Rambo goes on a mission of vengeance. All right. And he is so... I think the title Last Blood is very appropriate because it brings things kind of full circle because he's very, very much like he was in First Blood. He's that you know, wild-eyed combat veteran he's had enough, and if you just push him just 1 centimeter too far, you're done. And in this, they took his daughter from him, and he makes these people pay. He even tells a guy, I'm going to do this to you and make you watch. Because he, you know, like, he didn't have anything to live for anymore. Like, he was living for that girl, basically. And now he doesn't have anything to live for. And he's just like, I am done with you sons of bitches. I'm going to make all of you suffer. And the cool thing is, I'm guessing the budget wasn't, grandiose. They were on location and, on the ranch and stuff, but the actual combat of the film takes place in tunnels, like Vietnam tunnels, like the Viet Cong used and stuff. And so Rambo, he uses these tunnels and he lures these guys in. He sets up booby traps and he does all this stuff. And it's graphic. He shoots a dude in the head, top of his head comes off, stabs a dude through the head with rebar. Like, it's very violent. But I feel like it was too short. It was very, Act 1 was like, okay, we introduced the daughter and we see how Rambo's living now. Act 2 felt like it like it was rushed. There was no real development other than, okay, well, this happened and now you're going to pay. It just seemed very, I don't want to say forced, but rushed is a more appropriate word. It felt very rushed, like they were just trying to get to the meat and potatoes. And that's cool. But if you're going to give such a heavy story, such a deep story, and you're going to have this character development and stuff for this girl, then I need more, I don't want to say emotion out of Rambo, but I need there to feel like he's really on a mission. A little of this almost felt forced in a way. Because I know Rambo would do this. That's what the character would do if something like that happened to him. But at the same time, I don't think Sylvester Stallone, even though he captured that, again, that wily combat vet with the 1,000-yard stare, even though he captured that excellently with his acting, I feel like the action sequences themselves showed that he wasn't, like, fully committed, I don't really know how to explain what I'm trying to say here, but it's like the action, it was great action, but it feels like there should have been more throughout the film. It seems like we just got a little bit the last 10 minutes of the movie, and then that was it. And we spent an hour and 35 minutes building up to this climax that felt anticlimactic. That's all I'm saying. But I still liked Rambo Last Blood, and I thought it was an excellent way to close out the series, because at the end, we see John, and we see where John's at the end of the film. And if it ends like that, I'm okay with it. Perfectly fine with it. If it's going to end the way that they set it up, I'm fine with that. It was an excellent finish to the series. Sly should be proud of himself for giving America such an iconic action character, action hero. Rambo truly is, he's unique. He's awesome, never to be duplicated kind of thing. Many have tried, but no one has succeeded. Rambo is such a prominent action film that they've made parodies of it. They've made satire films of it with Hot Shots Part 2 and things like that. Rambo is just an enduring legacy for action films. We have Rambo with Sly, we got Terminator with Arnold, we got Conan with Arnold. We got, what else we got? We got Demolition Man. Sylvester Stallone has crafted some of the best action characters in American cinema. And for that, he should be incredibly proud. And I am going to give Rambo Last Blood 3.5 stars because, again, wasn't as good as the one 10 years before as Rambo. But still, it was an excellent ending to a phenomenal franchise. So that's it, guys. If you want to check it out, I believe it's streaming on Max right now. And as always, I am going to keep making them as long as you keep watching them, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want to, guys. Peace out. God bless.